Hey y'all, I'm Brandon Alter of The Spiritual Gaze. This is your weekly Cosmic Tarot forecast for Friday, June 4th, 2021. First off, I just want to say thank you to everybody that just like wished me well and wished my mother well. It's still very touch and go, honestly. So, just keep sending good thoughts, good prayers I'll take, and I know she would take all the healing energy you want to send her way. We are in the midst of Mercury retrograde in Gemini, which means answers are hard to come by. The truth keeps shape-shifting. And in Gemini, you have to do everything twice, or there's just two sides. So you may find that some people are totally unaffected, and other people are very affected. Or you might find that you're kind of unaffected one day, and then very affected the next day. This is just kind of the landscape in which we are. And I'll be honest with you, it's a little bit of an astrological shitstorm right now. I posted a meme to my personal Instagram and it just said, caution, cosmic horror. And I'm not trying to create drama where there's not drama necessary. But I will just say today and tomorrow, it is really intense out there. And with a lot of astrology, sometimes when it's really rough, all you have to do is just ride through it because they're transits, they pass. So here's what's going on. Mars and Pluto are approaching their opposition, all right? So Mars opposite Pluto is a really tough aspect because Mars wants to take action, Pluto wants to transform. It can sometimes feel like a stalemate, like you can't take action, like you can't transform. It can feel very abrasive. It can feel like you're stuck. It can also feel like it's coming at you from all sides. Adding to this, eclipse season, which makes us all heightened emotionally, fated events coming in, going out. And then we also have both Venus and Mars in Cancer. So Mars has been in Cancer for quite some time. Venus just moved into Cancer, so we have two planets answering to the moon, because when planets are in Cancer, they answer to the moon because Cancer is the sign of the moon. So when Mars answers to Cancer, it means the way in which we take action, the way in which we get aroused, it's changing every 2.5 days when the moon changes signs. With Venus in Cancer, it now means the way that we relate to other people, in some ways also what we're attracted to, changes. It also allows for a deeper connection to people because Venus in Cancer is very sentimental and very sensitive. She only wants to connect with people with whom she feels safe. But it can also be that you're really into somebody for 2.5 days and then you're not into them. So there's just this heightened emotional quality. And then let's not forget Jupiter in Pisces, trining Venus right now can make for some really beautiful relationship connections and can also just make you feel like you're walking around with a cruise ship-sized emotional baggage happening. So this is all what's going on. Tomorrow's the big one, because tomorrow the moon is then going to square both Mars and Pluto when the moon moves into the later degrees of Aries. The moon is in Aries now, which is probably why I'm talking so fast. But the moon moves to the later degrees of Aries. It's about 26 degrees of Aries, where the moon will then square 26 degrees of Capricorn, where Pluto is, and 26 degrees of Cancer, where Mars is, which creates a T-square. And I've talked about this before, right? So this is the letter T, right? So here at my fingertips, let's say that this is Pluto, and then where my wrist is, this is Mars. So they're in an opposition. And then right here at the base of the T, this is the moon. So they're creating this T-square. And every T-square is a grand cross, because there's actually this point up here too, right? And so all of this energy, Pluto, Mars, the moon, they're all getting shot up into this point right here, which is 26 degrees Libra. So to me, that's where we're looking for the solution to all of this tension. Where is 26 degrees of Libra in your chart? That's a resolution place for all of this energy. Libra is about relationships, so maybe it's about finding a particular person that can hold space for you, that can help you process what you're going through. It's tough. And then Sunday, we move past it, it lightens up. Things are a little bit easier, breezier until we get to the new moon solar eclipse in Gemini, which, is going to be intense, as things have already been intense, but not quite as intense, I think, as what's happening today and tomorrow. So you're not crazy if you're feeling emotional, if things are kind of coming in out of nowhere. That's just the astrology of the moment. And again, our job is just to move through it with as much grace as we can muster. It's so funny. I'll just share this and I'll get to the card. I know when rough astrological days are going to be because I'm an astrologer, right? And so I'll try to not schedule anything for those days or just stay home or look, you guys, the energy is going to find you no matter what's going on, right? You can be in bed under the covers and the energy is going to find you because it's not just up here, it's in here and it's in here. So you can't escape it. you have to lean into it. You have to understand the true nature of the invitation, that the astrology is not out to get you, it's out to grow you, but growth is uncomfortable. So let's see what sort of card might help us navigate all of this. And I will just say, this is our last week of Mars in Cancer. Mars is going to move into Leo next Thursday, Friday. And then we'll just have Venus in Cancer until we get to Cancer season. So things are shifting, things are changing. Make the most of it while you can. Shout out to Diana Zalucky, who told me to wear my Moldavite earrings when I did these readings. I'm doing it. I'm wearing these earrings. I feel like they're helping. Diana Zalucky, say that 3 times fast. Good luck. Oh, cool. The devil. All right, so Capricorn, first and foremost. Pay attention to Capricorn. The devil is connected to Capricorn. Pay attention to Pluto. Pluto in Capricorn, it's very close to where that Saturn-Pluto conjunction happened at the beginning of 2020, which is a continuation of this COVID story. And it's not just a continuation of the COVID story in the greater collective, but what is the story for you? What is the transformation? Shit happened in your life. A bomb went off, in January of 2020, and we're still picking up the pieces. And that's in your own life. So I think the devil's kind of having us look to that. Devil is also about addiction and looking at where we're addicted. Everyone is addicted to something. It doesn't have to be alcohol or marijuana or cocaine or sex. It could be shopping. It could be your phone, We all reach outwards for something because it's easier than reaching inwards for something. And so with all of this energy, with all of these tough times, it's a really ripe moment to notice, oh, what am I reaching for when I could be reaching inside for spirit, for my own spirit. And that's not to say that we can't reach for things. I love to reach for a crystal. But I also know that the energy I feel when I'm working with crystals is an energy that's already innate inside me, right? Because we contain everything as human beings. Everything is contained in a human being. Everything is contained in, a grain of sand. We're all these holograms. So the devil's kind of asking us to pay attention to where are you reaching outside when really you could be reaching inside. And then the last indication with the devil too is like, let's just have a good time, Sometimes we just need to have fun. The devil reminds us that we are physical beings and that there is value in really doubling down on the physicality of your life. It's okay to want to feel good. It's okay to seek out pleasure, so long as you are not enslaved by it. And that's really what's happening here, that, these 2 concubines of the devil are willingly staying in their chains. They could just slip those collars over their head, but they don't want to because they're comfortable with whatever it is the devil is promising them. So I would just say Pluto wants us to transform on a deep soul level. Probably nothing more painful than having to work with Pluto, than having a Pluto transit. And so what are you reaching for that's actually keeping you from that transformation? Speaking of the devil, they say when you're going through hell, keep going. Don't sit down and bemoan your fate because you're just going to be in hell longer. So just keep moving forwards and find the joy and get back into your body. Capricorn rules the bones and the skin. So maybe do some yoga, maybe do a face mask, find pleasure where you can find pleasure, but watch that you're not addicted to pleasure. When maybe there's some necessary healing through pain. Thanks for letting me be here. You're doing great. Be gentle with yourself. You're gonna get through this. We all are. We have no choice. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye, babes.